We're gonna have to plan a Ren Fest day.
Yeah, it's a really good
We're
test.
gonna have to do it.
Renaissance Festival?
The Renaissance Festival, yeah, baby.
Where?
It's in Maryland. It's probably
Crownsville?
like what, a
Yeah,
half
where is it
hour,
now?
35, 40 minutes from here.
It's almost to Annapolis, down 97, and then you hit 50, and it's the first exit off 50.
Yeah, we used to hit it back
Maybe
in my
45?
Red Bull days. We would go and like,
You guys dished out Red Bull. at the
Back when you were a
Renaissance
Red Bull girl?
yeah.
episode
What?
65.
Oh, we qualify for AARP.
Jay said he was
We're
on
getting up
60
there.
when we were just up there.
He was on the Vanderpump episode.
Really?
Yeah,
My
I thought that
man.
was funny that's where he's like currently at.
Good stuff, Jay.
Yeah, he said
was
something.
enjoying.
He said, hey, man, I feel like my favorite part is just the commentary your wife provides.
It's all downhill from
Yeah.
episode 60, so I
Yeah.
apologize. I'm not as I don't have the insight on reality TV quite like my wife does. But
I don't know
that's
if any
all right.
of us do.
We'll circle back. We'll figure it out. We're young. We've got time. All right. So,
Can I ask my question now? Oh, okay.
yeah, far away. Go ahead.
Do
What's
you
up?
have like a preferred denim?
For my pants?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I used to. There was a day and a time, but I think that's all gone to shit in recent years.
Okay. We all have our thing. It's just like you always have like a denim look. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, do you have like a preferred? I mean, I've known you for like almost
Sure, yeah. It
20
used
years,
to
just
be
never
back in the
asked.
day. It used to be All Saints.
I see that.
They had
Yeah.
they had
Okay.
one jean type that I really liked a lot. It was reasonably priced, and after 4 or 5 years, they discontinued it,
Yeah.
and all of their jeans shifted to a more like a wider cut. And they're all significantly more expensive now.
Yeah.
They used to be like $75, which is pricey for jeans for like, the average person. Like it's an expensive jean as is. But now they're like $250 a pair. They've just gone way up. All Saints is
We
super
went
expensive.
through what I would consider like a jean renaissance.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say in like the 2000 like 10s and 12s.
Yeah.
Where we got like a lot of like the different type of denims and like Japanese denims.
Yeah.
And jeans just went from like $34 Levi's to now like upwards of like $2,000 around that time. So
it's absurd.
everyone just kind of has like their like preferred. I like Naked and Famous.
I've never seen their stuff, if I'm being honest.
I actually haven't worn a pair of jeans in a really long time. But if I
It's a fall winter thing.
Yeah.
For me, for
no,
sure.
no, I would
It's
say
not
years.
it's not a summer springtime thing, but
I want to get back into wearing jeans.
yeah, my general practice now is, and this sounds really weird, but I use ASOS because they have
ASOS is great for men.
like a lot of things now. Like they
Yeah.
have Topman and like all these different brands that they kind of keep under one roof, and their jean prices are pretty good. The downside to it is all of their jeans are from different manufacturers. So you could order like 10 pairs of jeans, all the same sizes, and they'll all fit like
Yeah.
so differently from one another. So now it's like I just have to order a bunch, hope that a couple fit,
And just see what works.
send the rest back.
What doesn't
But
work,
from a cost perspective, it's much better. From a just general quality of life perspective, it's a lot worse because I basically I'm living on 2 pairs of jeans at any given time. And then when they blow out, I got to start over that whole anxiety ridden process again of trying to find something that fits.
I think as far as like, men like you and I, I think we kind of rotate when it comes to like pants and, it's pants. I got like,
We're rotating pants.
yeah,
This is
2
good.
pair of dress pants, 2
great.
pair of jeans, 2 pair of like slacks. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like the same. And then you just start over like every 5 years.
Yeah, that's fair. I can't say that I disagree. Is that a sufficient answer for your
I think that was a
question?
great answer.
I love it.
I feel like that I've been wanting to ask you that for many, many years.
And we did it here on the show
And we did it.
for everyone to hear. All right, that brings us into
Devil's River.
Devil's River. Now, I have seen this bottle many times. I was telling everybody else.
You did. You fancied it last time we were at
See?
Spirit Shop. Yeah.
What's he saying right now, guys?
Listen, I don't recall that, but
Yeah.
that's
You
true.
don't?
That's
All right.
both of them were like,
You had enough
you've
time to
never.
text you by the time you got here for you to like set your story straight. Is what I'm convinced.
Listen, you said it on your own version or volition, whatever the word is,
Right?
because he told us in the store that you and him had a conversation about
did.
this, and neither me or Josh could recall it. So
okay.
thought he just wanted to buy it.
Well, in this latest iteration of like how we've been getting bottles and like who's, each week Taylor and I like alternate. Last week, as we were getting, I always get his input if we're at the shop. I'm like, yo, which one do you think? And he was looking at Devil's River. And you were like, I don't know. You were like, I got my eye on that, but like not this week because we had got the, what did we get?
Wiggle.
We did Wiggle last week.
Yeah.
And you were like, I might do that next week. So I'm with you, bro. I remember.
I've been wanting to have this bottle for a little while, regardless of what the rest of you guys say. As was pointed out earlier, it's in the shape of a giant flask, more or less.
It is.
And it just seems like an aggressive whiskey within.
I love
that would be my guess.
Names like that, like Devil's River, Witch's Milk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it implies
Witch's milk?
Witch's milk.
Witch's milk.
Witch's milk.
Yeah, wait a minute. It's WHICH or WITCH?
Milk from a witch's too.
It's spooky season, Josh. Let's go.
Bro, we getting there.
Like what we do in the shadows. It's cold as a witch's tit.
All right, so from the side of the bottle, just so we get a little bit of a backstory on the Devil's River, exceptionally pure water. That's what makes Devil's River Bourbon Whiskey the smooth, small batch bourbon whiskey you enjoy today.
Are they using Fiji?
Maybe. Legendary Texas Ranger John Coffee Hayes named this powerful waterway the Devil's River in 1840. And from his ingenuity, our namesake was born. The naturally filtered limestone spring water is considered the purest water in Texas. It's from Texas, baby.
Wow.
The iron-free, sweet spring water is ideal for crafting an unrivaled Texas bourbon whiskey. Its purity unmasks all the delightful nuances we worked tirelessly to emphasize in every sip. Here's to living a life that's never short of extraordinary. Devil's River Bourbon Whiskey. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. All right. And it says, instead of drink responsibly, sin responsibly. Responsibly on the bottom of the bottle. Aged not less than 23 months. All right.
That's nice.
Getting into it as Josh does his homework.
You looking at a server or something?
I was actually doing something
I
completely unrelated to this,
always
guys.
tell.
Yep.
He's
All right. Take a nip off
being
that.
being a nerd.
All right.
We're all nerds, respectively.
This is
which
true.
is why this show exists.
It's very fair.
You didn't get a pop?
I did.
You did?
Yeah. I was staring, I think, right into Josh's face as I did it.
I felt it.
Oh, I have to listen back.
You will have to do that. All right.
What you got for us, Josh? What you got for us, Isaiah? We don't have any topics this week, so I figured we just get together and just kind of shoot it. Did you see the trailer for the Book of Clarence?
Yes,
You saw it?
I saw it.
I need you to check it out when you get a chance. I failed to
What is the Book
ship.
of Clarence?
So Lakeith Stanfield is playing a quote unquote con man in what is this? Around the time that Jesus of Nazareth came back.
Yeah.
And the hype, it's basically playing off of the hype around him. And he's like, well, I want to be important like Jesus. So he's basically a con man around the time that Jesus. And he's like trying to learn tricks to like fool his followers or congregation or what have you. Yep. Just like parlor tricks, like, oh, like move your finger.
Can I ask a couple questions?
Yeah.
Is this based on a true story?
I don't think so at all. Nah,
I don't think so. I think
it's satire.
This is
it's
just
satire on how people just believe the next big thing.
Yeah.
Is the tone of the movie serious? Is it a drama? Comedy?
No, it's comedy. Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
If you're familiar with, are you familiar with Lakeith? What was he in?
Help me out.
Sorry to bother you.
Sorry to bother you.
Don't know what that is.
The Harder They Fall. Did you see that yet?
Nope.
The Black Western. It was
Are they all comedies?
kinda.
The Harder They Fall.
He hasn't done anything that's been like super crossover.
He was in Get Out. He was the first
that's
guy that goes
right.
missing and get out.
Yeah, the first guy that goes missing and get out. Yep.
There we go.
There we go.
That's more helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a great actor. He's still kind of like, I don't think he's like crossed over into like super mainstream.
Not famous yet.
Oh, he was
Famous.
in Knives Out. Oh, he was one of the detectives in Knives, a minor character, I guess.
Yeah, he was nobody. Yeah.
First one or second one?
First one.
Very good. Okay. I've not seen the trailer, but you enjoyed it. Thought it looked good,
Yeah,
fun. You're
yeah.
excited for it. When does it come out? Release
don't
date
know.
undetermined due to these strikes, or
Probably.
I think it's one of those release date undetermined things.
Yeah.
It came across my feed as one of the things that like a lot of Christian people have some pushback to.
Of course, man. You make a
Which-
satire about anything like that, you're gonna get
Which
some.
in this case, I don't quite. I mean, I get it because that's just what some of us do, but the pushback that they have and that it's like sacrilege is off to me, specifically because it's not
comedy.
sacrilege.
It's a comedy. It's not sacrilege. If anything, he's pretending to be
Exactly, which is what
religious.
makes it not sacrilege.
So, yeah, sacrilege is anti-religion, but whatever.
Due out January 12th. And Jay-Z has a production credit.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. Is it straight to streaming or is it going to theaters? I think it's going straight to Netflix, right?
Unknown.
that's 5.
5 Chew Toy.
No, that was at least 8 times. She's got to be
Probably
quiet.
fair. We recently, at 5, has gotten into Squeaky Toys
I got it, Joe.
over the last week. She's pretty dedicated to him now for whatever reason. More important question.
What up?
Did anybody watch any of the Ultimatum?
Okay.
I didn't.
I didn't watch any TV.
What
so
a group of
I
losers.
forgot.
I'm a bad loser, man. I knew you were going
On
to ask me to.
episode 6.
Aren't there 6 out? So you're on episode 6. You're on the last episode before they release more,
Yeah.
which is today, the 30th, right? Isn't that when the rest of them come out?
I believe so.
I think it is. I think it's tonight.
I knew you were going to ask me, but
Let me ask you this.
I'm a loser.
And I
man.
intended to, and
I'm
then
such a
forgot
loser.
about it.
I'm a
Cool,
loser.
guys. Cool. Trying to stay relevant here in the show, and it's
I
making it real
I
hard.
make it real hard every week.
What have you watched lately?
I've been trying to get through. Who is I can't remember her name. It's a show on Netflix.
Who was Aaron Carter?
Aaron Carter. I wanted to say
couldn't do it.
I wanted to say Erica Dean.
How do you get on these, though?
It's just like For You on
It was
Netflix.
one of those like it was the next over the weekend. It was the thing that they promoted the most.
But
Yeah.
like, how are you landing on that show out of all of the other things that are out there? How do you land? How do you like narrow in on that? Why not go
So-
Ultimatum? Why not go From season 2? Why not? Like, there's so many shows out there.
Because so this stuff is like stuff that's put on in the background. So it's easier when you're like, I just need to throw something on TV while
Yes.
I'm folding clothes or whatever, and then this continuously keeps popping up.
I got you.
For its algorithm is hitting you over the head.
Oh yeah.
You're like, all right, whatever, just click, and then it's on, and then you get sucked in after you had a beer, 2 beers, and you folded all the whites. You're like, all right, well, I might as well go on to 3.
Might as well finish this
I
show.
might as well finish, and then you're sucked in, and you look stupid because it's not interesting.
Yeah.
But I've been watching it, and I could have watched something way more interesting and way more entertaining, but I didn't because, I hate myself.
Anything else that you watched that was relevant to the show?
Relevant to this show?
I'm not gonna like throw every Netflix show under the bus, but I don't really feel like this one was being widely discussed.
No,
this day.
Aaron Carter is not.
It's not good.
They try to play her up like she's like a secret agent, Black Widow, undercover, and she's very poor at it. Like she's not really good. Watch The Meg because I want to see the second one.
You'd never seen the Meg, the first one.
I didn't see The Meg,
Oh God,
so that was terrible.
it's great. Meg's great.
I mean, it's great,
it's great,
but it's
awfully
terrible.
great.
It's awfully terrible. It's awfully great. I'm sorry. That's a great. Because it's a bad movie, but it's awesome.
It's Jason Statham fighting
A shark.
megalodons.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, it's not going to be good,
No,
but it's going to be
Great.
pretty awesome. It's gonna be great.
yeah, it's not gonna be good, but it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, he's right.
I want to see the Meg too. I'm not going to go see it in theaters.
Nah,
I will
yeah.
gladly stream it,
Absolutely.
but who doesn't want to watch that? I want to watch it.
I-
Giant sharks eating people. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I guess
A motherfucking shark ate me.
I don't know why they're not making more shark movies, to be honest.
shark movies and zombie movies have seen a significant decline in the later years, and I'm just not understanding. Like, it's formulaic. Just let the sharks eat people and let zombies chase people. That's it.
There's too many zombie TV shows for one.
I hate it.
It really killed the whole zombie movie experience, I think. What was the last big zombie movie you had? Zombieland?
Yeah.
Or the last like real big like kind of
Zombieland,
stab
too.
at it from a theatrical perspective.
I hate it.
But with Walking Dead and now The Last of Us, I don't.
Okay.
It's tough. Like I just don't feel like there's a big place for it in the theaters anymore. I think everybody is. I think TV dominated that genre, if you will. And shark movies. Nobody really wants to make a straightforward shark movie. I think Jaws is like terrified everybody of doing that. There are a lot of shark movies, but they're always kind of like, I don't know. Like there was the one where the girl
too
got
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of play it.
Sharknado.
Did she get bit?
Yeah.
Didn't she like The Rock or something like that? That's what it's called.
There's the one movie
Soul
where
Surfer.
what's her face gets stuck out on the rock.
Yeah.
And there's like a shark that's like swimming around the waters. Like they're just not straightforward like Jaws type.
Let the shark bite
Where
somebody's
he's
leg
like
off,
the straight up villain kind of
and
thing.
let's see him survive that.
Or what was it? What was the one where they're out in the water forever? What's that one movie where they get stuck out in the water? There's
The
like a
Titanic?
shipwreck. Like the concept of the movie was awful because they're like ship sinks and they're stranded like in the middle of the ocean. Sharks are a part of it, but it's not what they sell the movie for.
Oh, it's like Liam Neeson.
Is it called
and-
Deep Water or something?
That's
or
probably it.
It's not. I know Deep Blue Sea is with LL Cool J or whatever. That's a different shark movie.
ate me.
That's Deep Blue Sea.
That's the closest thing. I know that movie is. I feel like closer. Yeah, maybe.
Adrift.
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
It was a big movie when it first came out.
We're stranded.
Adrift is a
No.
2018 survival drama
No,
film.
it's older than that.
I love a survival drama.
I want to say it's older than that.
But yeah, I'm with you, man. They're never like. I guess if you get straightforward, the movie's not gonna last long. Like it's either they kill the shark or the shark.
It's why there's no
Yeah.
dinosaur movies. It's the same thing. It's
well-
like Jurassic Park. Nobody wants to go against that. So like instead of trying to do something different, now it's whatever the reboot is of Jurassic Park or the continuation of it. What do they call it? The Lost whatever. Not the
Lost
Lost World.
World.
Whatever. Jurassic
Yeah.
World.
Jurassic World. Yeah. Like the.
But there's no other dinosaur movies that existed outside of that, really. There's here and there. But
65 was,
that was awful. And It
Awful.
was not a dinosaur movie.
and it wasn't a dinosaur. It just took.
I mean, it was, but
just took place.
I
with
can't believe that
dinosaurs.
movie got made. That was bad.
Bad.
Did you like it? Did you watch it?
I watched it. I don't know if I liked it.
No. It was so slow and so boring.
I enjoy Adam Driver. And I just feel like for such a terrible movie, he did such an incredible job acting. And I'm like, why are you wasting your chops on this? Like, I know you could have did
You
something
could say the
else.
same thing about Jason Statham in The Meg.
Oh, yeah, he does act his ass off in the Meg. he gets busy in the Meg.
Jason Statham, yeah, he's got like a Vin Diesel quality. Like
Yeah.
they show up, they play their role.
They
It's the
leave
same
it-
role in every movie.
same
but
role.
They do a good job at it.
Same accent. They leave it all on the
Yes.
field, and the movie's terrible. And they don't care because they got paid.
No.
They got
Their
paid.
paychecks are fine. They're good. Man. And he's having fun. Who doesn't want to make that
What
movie?
does it? Yeah, who
I guess
doesn't
that's
want
true,
to
yeah.
kill giant dinosaur sharks?
I mean, it would be cool if you could be like a super well-respected, like actor, actress, highly accredited or whatever, winning awards. It would also be really rad to just get huge paychecks and make fun movies.
It's like, would you rather be Leonardo DiCaprio or The Rock?
The Rock looks like he's having a very good time.
He's jumping off buildings with one leg. Did you see
He's-
that movie?
Which one?
I think it
Is
was
that
called The Building. He had one leg in it. And he like jumped and he like took his leg off.
I think I'm thinking of the
In the
Earthquake
air.
one.
Skyscraper.
Skyscraper. I was at the building.
That's
Skyscraper.
it. I remember Skyscraper. I never saw it. I'm
He
thinking
was-
of the Earthquake one though.
He was like
San Andreas, is that what that was called?
Yeah,
San
San Andreas.
Andreas.
Rampage.
Rampage.
That was good. I actually really enjoyed Rampage.
This USA Today article from 2018, Dwayne The Rock Johnson pays tribute to amputees after criticism for Skyscraper casting.
Dude. That's
I
not
thought
bad
it was
life,
awesome.
though.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was awesome. He like jumps from one building, has to use his leg.
Let me cut your leg off and see how you feel.
All right, guys. I just want to circle back real quick. Open Water. That's the
There
name
it
of the
is.
movie that I'm going after.
Great.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
I just had to. I wasn't gonna be able
was
to do
bugging
the
you.
show. It was really bugging me. I had to get it out.
2003.
Open Water. And again, there's sharks in it, but not predominantly the villain.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you gotta narrow it in.
And everything else has been super campy. Deep Blue Sea, very campy. Good.
Almost
Deep
20 years
but
old now,
Very
right?
campy. Yeah,
If
did you
not-
see the petition that's online?
Nah.
So apparently, there's an original ending that was screened once or twice, but was widely hated. So they reshot the ending like a month before the movie came out
Of Deep Blue Sea.
of Deep Blue Sea.
Got it.
And people found out about this alternate ending that was never released. So now there's a huge like campaign online
To bring it
to
back.
bring back, because it's the 20th anniversary. They want to re-release it, but they want to have the original ending, I guess, recut and included as a DVD extra or a feature or something that you could watch, so people could actually see it.
That's such an odd concept to me of the re-release with alternate endings. Like just save that as like a DVD feature. Don't like I say
For
that
who? Who's going to watch the DVD feature?
Right, that's why I'm saying like save it for like if you buy it. You know what I mean? Cuz
You got to put that on your Netflix queue now, bud. They're going to end it soon.
because Chanel was watching Justice League one day and she had no clue that it had been re-released. And I was in the kitchen, we had like a overlook, and I'm like, "You're watching the bad one." And she was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, they re-released this like 2 years ago with like they like redid it." And I like backed out of the Apple TV and went to and showed her, and I was like, "That one's 2018 and like this one's 2021." And she just looked at me like she wasted so much time. I'm like, yeah, and then I had to explain to her like the whole backstory of Josh Whedon and Zack Snyder. And I think I kind of ruined it for her. But I think she's gonna watch the new one.
Yeah.
But the whole concept of just we're gonna redo the movie and then put it back out is just kind of like, I don't know, man. I feel like it's part cash grab and part I don't know. It's more annoying to me than anything.
I don't mind it. I'm okay with it. Just make it, I feel like just make it accessible and, do it sooner than later. Like, I don't
Okay.
mind I kind of missed the day. I was going to get on this thought a little earlier when you had said something, but
shoot it.
I kind of missed the day where when you were watching like a DVD or a Blu-ray, and there was a lot of like supplemental content or extras, or there was all these other like
what I'm saying?
features. You miss out on a lot of that in the streaming days. And I remember like there were alternate endings or deleted scenes or like alternate versions of the movie. That was the high point of that was when DVDs and Blu-rays were really like kicking.
Well, it's still there.
And I do miss that to an extent.
You have to buy it. You actually have to buy it in the, Google Play or Apple TV, iTunes library. And when you buy it, then it's in the extras that you can like
Maybe
look at it. And
I have not explored the extras in the streaming world all that thoroughly, but I have gotten into it a few times
sometimes it's
on a
some
couple
fun
different
stuff
movies,
in
and
there.
I feel like it's very sparse now.
I would think
It's
so.
not much like they don't do that very much anymore. Like I remember buying like DVD or like Blu-ray sets that would have just so many extras and bonuses and features that was
alternate endings.
that was a really fun
Post-credit
aspect of that
scene.
ownership was that you
Yeah.
could do all of those different things or watch all those different things.
Yeah.
There was a Alien box set. It was a Blu-ray box set that they put out for Alien.
That's
and
your
it
jam.
had, and that's one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite series. And they had
Which one is your favorite? Which like
the original, probably
the very first one?
Yeah, yeah. And then the second one is awesome for different reasons.
They are respectively awesome. Yeah.
They're very, very solid. But that set had had the director's cuts and all these different versions, but they had all these different like modes while you were watching the movies that would like you were watching the movie and it would provide like supplemental information or give you like behind the scenes clips while you were watching it, like in place of some of these things. Like it was a very interactive experience, and it was a lot of fun. And those types of things I think you really lose out on in the streaming era. And that doesn't mean that there aren't like extra like bonus, or there aren't discs with bonus features that come out here and there. Like it does happen, but it's not really.
I think that's true because you do lose a lot of like the bonus content just having it, like you just see it and press play. Yeah. Where versus if you own it, buying it in iTunes or owning the Blu-ray and putting it in, and you literally just have the menu of the movie. There's so much. I'm not gonna say so much, but like Tenet, there was a few things in there that were extras. I'm trying to think of the last movie we bought. We bought like Clark was into like Trolls World Tour. There was some few extra things, and the songs were individually like you could just sing along.
Yeah.
They were in there, and like in the bonus part. So I mean, it's sparse, but ever so often, if you actually buy a movie, then you can go into like the extra part, and like there's some things. But again, man, I'm not to cut you off, but like you are correct. Just putting it on a platform, you miss a lot. Like there's like people actually worked hard and spent hours into developing like this extra content.
Yes.
And you just don't get to see it.
Yeah, I feel like streaming loses some of that. So to circle back to the point about the alternate endings or whatever, a good example would be Rebel Moon. Because they've announced that there's going to be multiple versions of each of those films. I don't know when they come out. I don't know.
What does that even mean, multiple versions?
So there's going to be like a Snyder cut, like a director's cut, and then like a theatrical cut. Although I don't think it's coming out in theaters, but I think there's just like a couple of different versions. I think they were saying that. I think Zack Snyder was saying that his version is going to have like an hour's like worth of additional footage and content that they shot explicitly for the extended version. So they wanted to like really build this world and expand on all these things. Like they wanted to develop a lot, but they knew that the audience wouldn't probably want to sit through most of those things. So they cut a lot of that stuff out, or they filmed it with the intent of making the longer version, but they knew they were going to cut that stuff out.
Got it.
So if you're somebody that really likes to spend time in that world, you can watch the longer version and you can get more backstory. You can go deeper into it.
And then you got to buy the movie.
How did he? I think it's on Netflix. So his stuff is coming out on Netflix. So
that's interesting.
You would possibly have, what I'm saying is
access to it.
Drop both of those at the same time, or give me the option when I'm going on Netflix to watch or have these different experiences, rather than like doing the Snyder cut version like 10 years after Justice League or 4 years or whatever it was, and making it a whole separate thing and a separate release. Like just give me the options more up front, because that I think would be more fun, more enjoyable, rather than like having to wait all this time and all that. But that's,
Speaking of re-release, our boy, Christopher Nolan.
Oh, I thought it was Tom Cruise. I thought our boy was Tom Cruise for some reason.
He is our boy. TC the GOAT?
TC the GOAT is our boy. He's got a lot of backlash. It was a strike. It's, everybody's hero makes mistakes. Hulk Hogan. but he's still our boy, right? Christopher Nolan, the Dark Knight trilogy, not just The Dark Knight, but the entire trilogy is celebrating a 25 year. Is it 25 years since the first one?
I don't know. This is news to me.
They're going back into theaters, all three of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe we were going to get
how long is it, Josh? It's not 25 years. 18 years?
Yeah.
What's going in the theaters? Am I just talking on my ass?
Might be, because Batman Begins came out in 2005.
Well, what's going in the theaters?
I don't know.
The Dark Knight trilogy returns to select theaters for.
So it is all
and
three.
I've got an ad blocker. Can't see what that says.
You're not using Brave, bro?
I am, but it detected it, and then it popped up and said, "You're using an ad blocker. Please disable."
I get that DuckDuckGo extension, bro.
Yep. Select theaters for Batman Day. Batman Day, guys.
Batman
it's September 16th.
God.
Come on, Batman Day.
Good day.
That's the day his parents were killed in that alley. I don't know. I just made that up.
I was
not sure.
Could be.
It could be.
It could be.
I've never
it
looked
was-
at the origin of Batman Day. Is it like with the day it was first published?
Maybe a little-
Let me check out the Wikipedia
It'd
article.
be a little
for that.
dark if that's what they made it based on. But
It's an annual event organized by DC to celebrate and promote Batman, and the date changes every year.
Damn.
The first one was July 23rd, and then since 2015, it's been September, middle of September.
A random. It would be nice if every year that they pick it, it's from a random.
Well, it's interesting that you say that it changes every year because I'm reading another article on Cinema Express where it says it's every third Saturday in September.
So that makes sense. So that makes sense. That's why the date is different.
Because it's like
Which I don't understand. September 16th 1 year, and then September 23rd 2 years later. I guess that's within 7 days.
I was about to say, don't kill me. I was about to say like Christmas.
Great.
Because Christmas is on a different day every
Blasphemy.
year. But it's the same day.
Right there.
Right.
isn't it on a Monday this year? Speaking of,
The Book of Kortney.
It is. It is on a Monday.
boo,
That means we get that day off.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
My issue is more that when it's on a Monday,
I need more of those federal
not that
holidays
fun.
to fall on
weekdays.
weekdays.
That's what I'm saying.
Monday and Friday specifically.
Long weekends, baby.
Yeah. Oh, this is what I really like. I like observing the day
On the Monday.
like a Tuesday.
Yeah,
Because then most jobs are like, we'll give you both. Like
exactly. That's my point.
Don't
That's what I'm saying.
worry about it.
But when it's on a Monday,
You just get that money. You gotta go in. Now I gotta use PTO for the Tuesday because I'm not getting up. I've had a great dinner.
Yep.
I've visited friends. I've visited family. Right. My kids are chilling. They're probably
argued a
home
little
from
bit.
school for the break. You want me to come in? Sir, I weigh 5 pounds heavier than I did the day before. Probably hungover because it's the holiday. I'm getting a good bottle, right?
it's true. I do like that about the holidays.
you get a good bottle.
It's
right?
also fun too because like Thanksgiving wasn't that long ago.
right. You still got bottles left over from the previous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. Yeah.
And then so we
It
are
is a
in,
great stretch of time.
I personally, I think that once we get past Labor Day, I consider Labor Day the holiday season, right? It kicks off football.
Yeah.
We're going into the fall, puts us right close to Halloween. 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, we're approaching Thanksgiving,
Yep.
which rolls us right into Christmas, right into New Year's.
Yep.
And we're not even capping until we get to Valentine's Day. You see what I'm saying? Like we got a nice and
Yeah, it's true.
yeah.
That's true. I want to say for me, the holidays really kind of peak Christmas, New Year's.
Oh yeah, you're on
I
a
mean,
decline.
Valentine's Day is fine.
You're in a decline
it's-
after Christmas.
You don't get the day off.
Nah,
You know what I mean?
no. Well,
Yeah.
Which is why Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's are so fun because there's days off associated to those.
Thanksgiving is so goddamn clutch for those 2 days.
Yeah. It is probably the best holiday.
It,
My favorite holiday is Halloween, but the best holiday is probably
birthday,
Thanksgiving
right.
because it's like Christmas with no expectations.
we talked about this,
Yeah.
right? It's Christmas without the gifts, right? Everybody's getting together. We're going to
low
eat.
pressure.
We're going to drink. We're going to have a good time.
All
We'll
the fun things
play some
associated with
games.
Christmas.
I'm not obligated to go here. I'm not obligated to go there. I
But
can
if I
kind
show
of
up anywhere, I'm grateful.
I'm welcome. I can pick a random name in my phone, and I'm probably welcome there.
Yeah,
Right? Like
that's true.
oh, you need a plate? Come, my door's open.
Come on through.
Come on through.
Come on through.
It doesn't matter who it is.
You have to have a special type of hate for someone to not let them get food at your house for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't
great
even have to
time.
announce yourself, right? I'm pretty sure all the money in my pocket, if I didn't talk to Taylor the week of Thanksgiving and I know that they're having Thanksgiving here and I knock on the door, he's going to say, glasses are in the cupboard. food is on the counter, and vice versa. Like with all the, it's just a great. I just feel like the holiday, though, that little pocket of the holiday season is just such a great time, man.
Yeah.
We're getting excited, guys.
I am.
Yeah.
We're getting excited.
We're
We're also,
kicking-
it's a sign of getting older, I do think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I had the same affinity for like the holidays when I was younger. I think now I'm getting older, I kind of appreciate some of that time with friends and family.
Yeah.
And it's like a nice like stretch where you get to step away from work a little bit.
I was gonna say something very morbid, but well, people are getting
Let
old.
us know, dude.
People are getting old and they're dying, so you want to like
All the time.
That's right.
all the time.
One day.
Every minute of every day.
Closer.
You want
God rest.
to you want to spend time and and just kind of like damn, hit myself in the face and just kind of like see, God don't like ugly. And just gotta be together, man. I'm getting excited for the holidays, like Taylor said, man.
All right.
Real quick aside, before we get into the whole Devil's River thing.
Yeah, let's go.
Taylor, I know you're a big doc guy,
A big what guy?
documentary guy.
Oh yeah, documentary.
Have you been watching the telemarketers documentary on
I keep
Max?
seeing that. Is that any good?
on HBO Max?
Yes.
I have not seen it.
Okay.
On telemarketers, you say?
Yes.
Okay.
So I want you to watch it.
Sure.
So I'm not gonna completely give it away. But it's poorly shot and thoroughly entertaining.
Okay. How many parts? Do we know? Is it all out?
It's not all out. I think the first 2 episodes are out. Yeah.
3 parts, 2 episodes are out.
Yeah.
All right.
Third one comes out. Oh, you know what? No,
It
that's a
should be
lie.
out.
It came out Monday,
Yeah. So
Sunday.
Oh man, I can binge.
but
this.
it's
all out.
basically if you've ever gotten a call from the Fraternal Order of Police if they're
I
asking
don't
for
know
money.
if I have ever gotten.
I don't
a
think
call
I
from
ever
the
have.
So
Fraternal
if you've
Order.
ever gotten a telemarketing call and they're asking for a donation of some kind, it was probably these people and they were scamming you out of money.
So they're not real. These people that are calling.
Well, there's real
Technically.
people there somewhere. Yeah.
I mean, they're not like they're not legitimized.
No.
Yes, they are, but the way that they go about things is not legitimate.
All right, I need to watch it now.
2 office workers at a telemarketing call center in New Jersey discovered the truth behind the work they've been doing. Under the impression they're raising money for firefighters and police charities, the money is actually going towards their employers. When the company is shut down, they seek to expose the telemarketing industry.
Damn. Let's go, baby. All right, I'm gonna have to get into it. I do like a good doc, and that sounds good.
I thought you were gonna go get it.
This is also very old, like the story that they're telling here.
Yes, it is.
Because the first line indicates someone was charged and ordered to pay a fine in 2001.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
And a really important factor in this, to why it's poorly shot and very low budget, but it's good, is one of the main people was at one point a heroin addict while the documentary was being filmed.
Please stop.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, it's
Brilliant.
a roller coaster, dude.
Wait, it's based in Baltimore?
New Jersey.
Close enough.
enough.
Has anybody watched the Depp and Heard documentary on Netflix?
No, but it's
I've-
flashing up on the screen every time I open the
I've
Netflix app.
been
Same, dude.
I've been
Same.
thinking about it, but I've been on telemarketers. I've been watching Ballers since it's on Netflix now.
Yeah.
It is on Netflix. I kind of didn't The Rock get like cancer in that show or something like that. That's kind of when I
I never
he got a
finished
hip
it.
replacement, man.
Yeah.
I watched like the first season.
Can I have
Was
some
it in his
popcorn?
leg?
That got amputated. And he,
It's real full circle around here, guys.
No popcorn for you.
oh damn!
That's right.
Sorry, I'll just have
There's
some
some
more.
I'm about
Devil's
to
River.
bite a
Salt and
kernel
peanuts
right now.
there, though, if you'd like. All right. Devil's River.
Yep.
My boys.
Yep.
I'm going to be honest about the Devil's River.
Yep.
Yeah, kick us
Now,
off.
it might be, this to be fair, that I've had a glass or 2 of whiskey prior to Devil's River.
It's not the same.
So maybe I'm not getting a genuine.
And the roof of his mouth was burned off
Yeah, that's true.
earlier.
Yes. So
Number
I might not
one.
be getting all the flavors like totally in line, but I'm not mad at Devil's River. I'm not
need
going to
to-
give it the highest marks out there, but for $32,
Oh, that's a good
It's
buy.
not-
I would agree. It's a good.
That's a
It's a
good
good.
buy.
Yeah, good value.
dude.
Really good value. That's probably one of the best values we've had on here.
$32.
Very
It's
significant
not
taste.
awful.
Yeah. No, it's not bad at all.
90 proof, so it's not overly like aggressive or anything. It's easy to drink, I would say.
Sin responsibly.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Their
just
website
alright.
really it's kind of a weird. They're really pushing
The devil.
coming to the distillery and experiencing. They've got a food menu, and they've
Oh, that's
got
fun.
tours and whatever it is. They don't focus on the whiskey very much.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, there's a page for each, and there's 3 paragraphs at
Where
most.
where is it?
San Antonio,
Texas.
Texas.
Now, they could use probably a little update on the branding.
Yeah.
I think the label could use a little refresher, but I also, it's okay. I'm not mad at the campiness of it and kind of the old school vibe.
It looks like something Kevin Costner would drink on Yellowstone.
They're in partnership with the Devil's River Conservancy,
Okay.
a 501c3 charity whose logo is an IUD.
God bless.
My
God bless.
I just had to give you a quick look. When you look at it, you realize obviously not, but
Why would they use that image?
here
But
we are.
also not largely inaccurate.
Are
So
these-
yeah, around the horn here though. I'm not mad at this. I'm enjoying it
I'm actually enjoying it.
as a $32 bottle. I'm happy with it.
43%, 90 proof,
It's a good deal, I
$32 for a fifth.
Yeah, it's not bad. It probably mixes very well into like an old fashioned.
This is true. Very good point. This would go, I think, very well in some cocktails. That would be my feedback on this.
Yeah,
I mean, it's fine to drink. If I had it on ice, it would probably be even better.
yeah, a little cube in here
But
wouldn't hurt.
in a cocktail, not bad at all. So cheers to the Devil's River. I'm here for it.
What's the opposite of the Devil's River? Is it Jesus' Lake?
There it is. Sure.
Maybe. Could be.
It's the water they used.
Someone said, some say it's the best whiskey they've ever tasted. Some say that it's too strong and tastes like rubbing alcohol. Some claim that it's even made them sick. However, there's no scientific evidence to support these claims. Devil's River whiskey is made in small batches in the finest ingredients and has been aged in 3-year-old oak barrels and filtered through charcoal to remove impurities. In the process, the whiskey is unique. This process gives the whiskey its unique flavor and smoothness.
I think it's kind of a straight to, like, just kind of like straight shot whiskey. You know what I mean? It's kind of just straight through, straight to just like the best process that they could do to make the best whiskey they could.
Straightforward.
Straightforward. I'm sorry.
Straightforward and simple.
Straightforward and very simple.
I thought you were advocating that we take shots of this whiskey.
Do you want to
sir.
take a shot?
I'm
Rip
not. What is your shot whiskey?
Jameson.
Jameson.
Is it?
You're asking
I
me?
enjoy sipping Jameson too.
Okay.
But if we go to the bar,
No, I was just curious.
What-
It was just a question. Like
I
if
mean-
you go to the bar and somebody's like, "We're getting shots," and you're there, what do you get? What do you get? What do you go?
probably some Jameson, some picklebacks if we're getting exciting.
Okay. Jameson.
Yeah.
Picklebacks. Picklebacks are a very uncommon thing, is what I've learned in the world. There's a few places that have them, but
Everywhere
most places
regionally they do
don't
them all different, right?
know what that is.
Yeah, I think where we were I don't even know what state I was in, but we were like, yeah, let's get some picklebacks, and they did them with vodka, and we were like, no. We usually do them with Jameson.
Yeah, I don't know. I would bet though that the pickle juice probably cuts alcohol just in general.
Oh, yeah.
Across the board, so
Oh,
it
yeah.
probably would work
Oh, it's delicious.
for everything. I would imagine.
It's delicious.
But I've not tried it. We should line up tequila, vodka,
And see which one goes best with pickle.
whiskey, and do pickleback shots.
You guys have fun with that.
You know, are you allergic to cucumbers?
No,
Oh, you just don't do picklebacks?
no, they're disgusting.
Oh, dude, I think they're amazing. Have
sorry.
you done any oyster shooters? Are you
Both
a man
delicious.
of the people?
Both delicious.
I would say both delicious.
I love oyster shooters.
Yeah. Emily and I, speaking of, had a great time at a Renaissance festival
Doing beer
a few
shooters.
years ago. We had raw oysters at a Renaissance festival.
That's a real bold move.
It really was.
Yeah, dude,
Yep.
that's pioneer
It was
work.
delicious.
We're off
Oyster shooter is where you take an oyster and you put it in vodka.
It's in the vodka.
It's
You shoot
take a
the whole
shot of
thing.
vodka, you put an oyster, in
raw
it, and you
oyster.
shoot the whole-
Tobacco on top of the vodka. You
Yeah.
shoot the whole thing.
Tabasco, not tobacco. That's highly
Tabasco.
Or you
addictive.
can do like
Chew and spit it.
you can do like some
extra thing.
what is it, like the cocktail sauce? Is that right? You can do a
yeah.
little bit of that in there. Sometimes if you
Yeah.
want some horseradish, you can mix it up however you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, delicious.
But the oyster and the vodka are required.
Yes.
Now, at Ren Fest, you're going to do that with beer, which is a different vibe.
that is that's a lot of.
But when you've had 3 or 4 of them,
Why not?
they
Go for
once
it.
you've gotten past the first 3 or 4,
Yeah.
you can. It doesn't matter.
And really, once you've had 2 or 3 of anything really at Ren Fest, that's when you're like, of course I'm going to eat raw oysters in 95-degree weather. And then you just add the beer into it, and why not at that point, you know?
Yeah, I gotta wonder where the oysters are coming from back there because they're not shucking them.
Yeah, somebody's drunk.
I think they are.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think they're
Speaking
shucking.
of Ren Fest, it's
Yeah.
a great topic.
Yeah,
It just kicked
I
off.
love Ren Fest.
Just kicked off.
Yeah.
We'll be going. You guys do Ren Fest? No. You don't do it.
No, you're
Would you
missing
do it
out.
though?
Festivals give me anxiety, but I'll go.
You would go.
Yeah, I go with you guys. I can't take my kids. I go with you guys
That's
because
fair.
I can be like easy.
Yeah.
When I go to like shit with my kids, bro, I am a manic wreck.
We're gonna have to plan a Ren Fest day.
Yeah, it's a really
It's
good
gonna- we're
fest.
gonna have to do it.
Renaissance Festival.
The Renaissance Festival. Yeah, baby.
Where?
It's in Maryland. It's probably
Crownsville?
like what, a
Yeah,
half
where is it
hour,
now?
35, 40 minutes from here?
It's almost to Annapolis, down 97, and then you hit 50, and it's the first exit off 50.
Yeah, we used to hit it back
Maybe
in my
45?
Red Bull days. We would go and like
You guys dished out Red Bull at the
Back when you were a
Renaissance
Red Bull
Festival?
girl?
yeah. And I doubled as a what's the
Speaking of his pronouns.
I
Yeah.
screwed up the joke. What's the place in where the girls wear the pleated skirts as the
tilted kilt.
Tilted kilt. I was gonna say yeah when I doubled as a
Yep, a killed girl. Yep.
yeah
Do those still exist?
tilted kilt.
There was one in White Marsh, but they definitely
White Marsh. I
it
wanted to say
closed a
Westminster.
while ago.
The one in White Marsh is now a Green Turtle.
It was kind of a.
It's
it was
Bar Louie.
like a Hooters competitor.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Hooters, Tilted Kilt, Twin Peaks, which we don't have them around here, but they're big in Florida.
Yeah.
Are they all owned by the same person? No.
No,
Is
they're
Hooters
all-
still around?
But it's the
I haven't
same
seen
kind of
Hooters.
thing.
Hooters
Yeah.
is in Harbor Place, which is a bummer. There used to be one there on Joppa Road, and I love the wings.
Oh, that one was really good.
but
yeah,
yeah,
the
it's
wings
just in
were
Harbor
good
Place
there.
now.
Yo,
which
Hooters
I'm not
wings are
going down
delicious.
there.
Yeah.
You get a nice hot batch fresh out the grease.
There is no Tilted Kilt within 50 miles.
Wow.
The last one that was around it, I knew I was in Annapolis.
Well, I just didn't know if they had all gotten like shut down or something.
Currently, their map is up Prince George, Virginia.
Okay.
It's a minute away. Anyway, but yeah, back to Ren Fest. Is that what we were talking about?
We
Ren
were
Fest,
talking Ren
yeah.
Fest.
And
We
I-
were in
I
that.
de-
You have
derailed
not
it.
been. There she is, the
There she
lovely.
There we go.
You'll appreciate this. What's up?
What?
Oh,
No,
join the
I texted-
conversation. Come
I
on.
texted you. I said I was going to get it after the show. We only have a few minutes left.
You're in trouble, dude.
But
We're
you
talking.
didn't-
We're talking about.
I was just asking.
We're
I
talking about doing
texted you.
oyster
You
shots.
didn't respond.
Oh, I didn't look at my phone.
Of course.
I'm trying to feed the dude.
She's on her phone 23 and a
24
half
yeah.
hours a day. The half hour that I
You're,
text her.
like, right here, so it's
I know. I took a photo. I was going to send it to you. We were, by the way, shout out to you. We were at the Spirit Shop, and Jay was watching the Vanderpump episode, the Vanderpump Rules episode, and was commenting about how knowledgeable you were and thought you were the best part of the show.
Yeah,
Wow.
we suck.
Wow, guys.
So-
Sounds like you need to have me back on.
Cheers to you.
There we go.
And
Cheers.
to your Vanderpump knowledge.
Yeah.
And now we're talking Renaissance Festival. But we'll be done soon, and we can just eat a little protein bar or something.
Do you do oysters? Picklebacks?
I would love a pickle bag.
My young cousin here doesn't. He's
You
not
don't
aware.
like
He's,
them?
yeah.
Do we need to do one?
You have? Do you have pickle juice?
We like.
I don't know if we have pickles or not. You can check.
Oh yeah, we do oyster pickleback before we leave tonight.
If we have them, we're doing them.
Oh yeah. He's trying to get out of here.
If we have them,
He's looking nervous.
we're doing them.
They're delicious, bro. Do you
All
like
right.
pickles?
No.
Oh, you'll be fine.
So, what's wrong with pickles?
What's wrong with pickles? Pause.
Okay.
But like, you don't like? Is it like the fact that it's like there's an acidity to it? You don't like the texture, the smell, saltiness. You don't like the like the salt level.
I'm picky. So I've been a picky eater since I was a little kid. I've gotten a lot better as an adult, but certain things I'm still not jiving with. And pickles is one of those.
I'm not-
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
We should do it for
Yeah, that's a
Next
bummer.
time.
That's a real bummer.
You know what my favorite snack has been lately?
No.
The pickle chips.
Yeah, we've done. we do that. Pickle chips is popular.
the chili ones.
Yeah.
From Wegmans. They come in a little pack.
Don't know it.
Yeah.
I believe you.
I gotta go to Wegmans tonight on my way home
Okay.
If they have enough bags.
You're gonna drive up 83 to Wegmans?
No, that's one Owens Mills.
I didn't know that.
If they have enough, I'll get them and hold them until next week, or I'll just drop them off if I'm out this way.
Guys, this is gonna turn into a show where we just review interesting foods.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
We're talking about we were just talking about popping up to Earth, Wood, and Fire and having a prosciutto pizza.
There you go.
That's the discussion that was just going on.
prosciutto pizza.
Do it. How late are they open?
They're open till 9,
Oh yeah. Well,
but
I'm
it's a
gonna
little
wrap it
pricey. We were just saying a 10-inch personal pizza is $15 for just cheese. $2.50 for each topping, or $3.50 for deluxe toppings. Bacon, sausage, pepperoni, chicken, prosciutto are all deluxe toppings.
up. Bummer.
So the standard toppings are all deluxe. What's a basic topping?
Have you done the Pizza Trust? Have you guys been there yet?
Onions,
No, where's that?
olives,
Down
banana
in,
peppers, mushroomed veggies is what it looks like.
What's that little square down the road there? Belvedere Square?
Belvedere?
Yeah.
They always
Pizza
got a
Trust.
little boutique food thing down there.
Do yeah,
It's a
I
good
haven't
pizza.
been there now.
It's a good pizza spot. Check it out.
Have you tried Mod?
Yeah. In Towson?
Yeah.
Where you like make your own. It's like a Chipotle
Yeah.
pizza. Yeah. Is that still there or do they close
Yeah,
it?
mine's
it's
still
good.
there. That
Mine's
one's still
still-
there, and the one at the rotunda's still there.
And
Oh, that's right. They have one at the Rotunda.
and there's
True.
Neo. Have you tried Neo? It's like the tap house pizza.
Yeah. So
Pizza's terrible. It's like
Yes.
Little Caesars pizza, but
I'm glad
Yes.
you told me that.
That's
'cause I almost went
is
there
that
the
also
other
in
day.
Towson?
I think
Yes,
there's one in Towson and there's one in
Yeah,
Owens
I've
Mills
done
by
that.
Stevenson.
We've done that.
Can I bring up and pizza?
Yeah.
And pizza.
ampersand?
Yes.
And pizza
Love
is
it.
the best.
Love it.
It is the best assembly line pizza.
I think that's one. Isn't there one in DC? I think
Yeah,
that's what the
It's
first
a
one
DC
was.
chain.
It's-
There's
Yeah.
a bunch around
yeah,
here now.
and
though.
pizza's really good. Yeah.
Their thing, and I'm trying to find the
We're just talking about regional foods.
their
'cause
marketing
Didn't they just
is
put one in Towson?
brilliant. Possibly. So if you sign up for their texts, you get one at least once a week, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
From 2 weeks ago, Zoom making employees come into the office for Zoom meetings, $8.99 pie. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. 30% off.
Wow. Wow.
More pies than James Harden trade requests. 30% off.
Oh my
Like they're
God.
good. The marketing, the pizza punching harder than Jake Paul. $8.99
Oh,
pie.
that's good. That's
It's
good.
good. It's
that's,
really good.
That's good. That's really good.
This is fun.
And Josh, come get your car fixed and hang out with me, and then we can go to Dave's Hot Chicken.
Speaking of, I took it down to a place in Glen Burnie to get looked at, and I think I'm going to get it fixed down there because the next appointment at Owings Mills is the 29th of September.
That's not that far off.
That's not that far
It's
off.
a month away.
Your car is completely
It's
drivable.
already been messed up for 3 weeks now. So I'd
And
like
we
to get it.
can't live
You know,
with it.
you've been.
Yeah.
Look, you just make
No,
it,
you're right. I guess I could.
and we just drink the whole day.
I'm also going out of town from the 22nd through the 7th of October. So
This guy.
again, we're kicking it back further.
Useless. Or just leave me your car and I'll take it.
There you go.
Look at that.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I'll drop it off.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. All right. So you've never been to Ren Fest.
No.
Never in your life.
It's just a Renaissance
Obviously,
festival.
you've been.
Yeah.
You went
Yeah, I've been.
pre-COVID.
I'm old as shit. I've been a lot of stuff.
When's the last time you went?
I've been to a lot of stuff that I've forgotten that I've been to.
That
I'm
checks
still
out.
confused. So you've been like recently or no?
No, not recently.
I mean, like a time frame.
Back in my college days when I was doing Red Bull, I literally done everything
Okay,
in
so
Maryland.
college days,
Yeah.
you went.
Yeah.
All right.
I haven't been as like an adult.
And then when you go as a Red Bull
Girl.
rep,
I tie my shirt up.
you roll up in the Red Bull Mini,
Yeah, if you've ever in college
and then they let you in, or you buy admittance, or how do you
pre
get in with the Red Bull?
Apple,
I've
I
never
was a
seen
Red Bull.
there.
At the time, they called us mobile energy team members. And it was my college job the entire time. And they paid very handsomely. And we would get in the Red Bull car and we would have to develop like plans. We have to do research and find like where are things happening where people will require energy. And like the shifts were like 24-hour like rotating shifts. So I would work, you could work anytime from like 4 a.m. to like 8 in the morning, or if you did 8 hours, it'd be 4 to 12. You
Yeah.
could work 12 to 6. It didn't matter. If
We
you-
can do math.
Yeah, if you
We
did
get the
if you
concept.
could work any time that was surrounding an event. So
Yes.
like Ren Fest would be we would go early in the morning, get there at 9:00, and we'd be there however long, right? Or
Okay.
I'm a HBCU guy. There'd be a step show. All right, we're gonna work tonight from 7 to 11. We'll hit the step show. Towson's having a football game.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it didn't, whatever was popping, it was like a promo team.
Let me ask a
street
couple
team
questions.
shit.
Let me
Yeah.
ask a few questions.
What up?
I think the audience wants to know.
Do they?
Yes.
They probably
do. These are things that I want to know.
They had definitely checked out by
The
now.
Red Bull car.
Car's shitty, bro.
How much
I
wind
know.
resistance?
No, I know.
Oh, a lot.
No,
You'd
but
be
like-
surprised, bro.
I wouldn't be, no. It's a huge can.
I don't doubt that it's
So
I
much
don't
resistance.
doubt that it's terrible when it comes
Because
to
you're
wind
trying
resistance.
to hit 65. And the wind
This isn't what the people want to know.
is hitting that can, man.
So how, on average, like how many Red Bull cars are out there, and where are they all? Like, do you guys go to like a? Is
there a depot?
What's the headquarters?
Man, okay.
That's a great question.
Headquarters is at Liftoff Distribution in Laurel, Maryland.
So in Laurel, Maryland, there's a ton of Red Bull cars, 5, 6, 20, 100.
You ever been to a gas station?
No.
Yes. What kind of questions, Courtney, are these?
I haven't gotten the second part of the question.
Electric car.
Okay, you ever been to a gas station and seen like a Red Bull distributor like unloading?
Yes.
So
Sure.
that's the head, that Liftoff distribution center.
Yes.
Is in Laurel.
Got you.
Okay, so
all the Red Bull is coming out of this location.
that's coming out of that location.
Great.
Our like the mobile energy team member locations.
Yeah.
Are in easy storages. The cars are just parked. So that's where you report to work.
Okay.
You go, you clock in,
There's a
and then
long
you just
way
get in
of
the
getting
car.
to the easy storages.
Yes.
All right.
Because
So
you gotta
Wait, is
relate-
it parked in a storage unit?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Next
That is
question.
interesting.
Next question.
Sounds like That sounds like
Who-
ghost kitchens.
Yeah.
Who is what are the things that you're trying to accomplish, and who is tracking this? So like you're
Yes.
saying,
What metrics are there?
yeah, what are the metrics and
How
who's
are you
monitoring
quantifying
it?
it?
Well, because if your
You.
goal, no, but like if you're, so they're just trusting you.
Yeah.
You say, I'm going to go to Ren Fest and hand out 100 things. They're like, damn, he's a great employee.
Which is why I got fired.
We got to give him a raise.
because that shit never made it.
But what's to stop you from like just taking all of it to your house and being like, oh, we were at Ren Fest all afternoon. We had a great time.
what
Statute
did
of
stop
limitation.
me?
That had to expired by now.
What did stop me?
So that was a common practice.
yeah.
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 But there's no tracking or monitoring of
Nah,
that.
man.
This is a pretty low key thing. So what inspires somebody to actually go to a location and do that? Why not? Why aren't
Some
isn't
people
everybody just
actually want to
going
do
home?
their jobs.
Okay.
Some people actually just want to do their
So
job.
you just feel like for the good of the bull, you're gonna.
And to be honest, it was one of the more fun jobs I've ever had in my life.
All right, let's
Because
back
I
up.
had the complete autonomy to just do any and everything that we wanted on the clock that had to do with giving out Red Bull.
Is there a head Red Bull person in the area that you are like touching base with periodically, or is this all through?
Yeah, there's like a regional
internet?
manager, and he's
coming around and like you talk to him once in a while.
once in a while. Yeah,
Now, do you show up? This is a rapid fire round. I'm sorry.
go.
When you show up to the Red Bull car, is it
drunk?
fully stocked?
No, you stock it from the
You
unit,
stock it.
Yeah.
So you pick the car up from the easy storage.
and the Red Bull is in the unit.
is in the easy storage.
Yeah.
Who's putting
Who
the Red
puts it
Bull
there?
in the
We
easy storage?
we did.
So you're going to a pickup point,
Mm-hmm.
picking up Red Bull, bringing it to the easy storage, taking it from the easy storage, putting it inside of the car, which is inside of the easy storage.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're driving out to these locations that you have pre-selected.
Correct.
That you think are going to be optimal areas to
Hotspots,
hand
yeah.
out Red Bull.
Right.
And nobody's asking questions.
Nope.
Wow.
Which is
Great.
why
How do you get this job?
Let's move on to the next
Which-
question,
which-
which is payment. First of all, what are you making on an hourly basis?
This was 2000. What year is this? I was in college. This was like my 2000.
Who was president?
7, 8. I think we were
That's
coming
Bush.
up on Obama.
That's Bush.
Yeah,
Bush is
it was
still
Bush.
president.
We were coming up on
this is
Obama.
Iraq War
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Post 9/11.
The Jordan 7 Bunny Rabbits just came out. So can you look up whatever the retro, whatever year that was? I remember specifically I stood
The
in line.
hairs. That's
The hairs, yeah,
probably,
there you go.
But what are they paying you hourly?
Yeah.
I don't know what
Oh,
I'm searching for
This
here.
was
We can move
nonsense. It was like $18 an hour.
So you're getting
What?
$18
Oh my
an
God.
hour.
In
Yes.
06,
Yes.
07?
But how are they tracking the hours? Like, how do they know that you showed up at this time and then stopped at this time?
so when you would get in, there was like a trio Palm Pilot
in the car.
in the car, and you call your supervisor. Hey, we're
You say,
here.
"I'm in the
Hey, it's
car."
Kortney clocking in. Hey, whoever I'm partnered with that day. Hey, it's blah 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 clocking in. Most of the time, one of us were late, and we disguise our voices. Hey, it's
Yeah.
me. Hey, it's me. Well, I'm clocking
Sure.
in. Whatever.
So,
and you just wait an hour for them to
$18
get there.
an hour.
Crazy.
You're driving
bro.
around.
Yeah.
And
In
you're
college.
just okay.
With complete autonomy and lots of responsibility for some hungover college students.
Now,
Too much responsibility given.
What were the metrics that they judged you guys' success by?
Whatever we wrote down on the paper.
but what are you writing down on the paper?
That I gave out 400 cans at Ren Fest.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you did well the more cans you gave out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
How many cans? All right, moving back to rapid fire. How many cans does the car hold?
It depends. Because if you
What
get
model year?
because if you get there was a Red Bull truck that was like a Tacoma
Yep.
and it had like 4 coolers.
Yep.
Which held about, I'd say anywhere from 300 to 400 in each cooler.
Got you.
Right. And then there was the Mini Coopers, which everybody's probably familiar with.
Yes.
Had the smaller coolers, which held about 150, 200 on each side.
Okay.
So you think, all right, we're going to go here. We're going to load up the coolers, get ice. And then anything else we're going to stick in the back, like behind the seats, and take that with us in case we run out. Because if you pull up to a Towson football game, that truck is empty in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we can't,
Yeah.
you're supposed to sample. Hey, no, you pull that truck up.
So
Everybody's making a
the
beeline to you.
expectation was that you were going to give people samples of Red Bull,
Yes.
not just give them cans
No,
and or cases.
You give them a can and a pamphlet, and you talk to them about the benefits of using it.
I never got a pamphlet.
No.
Can you do me a favor and give me like what was the big benefit of the pamphlet? What was like the top line item?
It kind of like detailed the ingredients, where the ingredients,
So they were suggesting that the ingredients were beneficial to the
Right.
consumer.
what taurine was,
Got you.
it was really like a we were supposed to give like a what do you call it? And nutritional facts.
Got you. Okay. All right. Very good. And then does this job still exist?
I would think so.
Did it have
I
like
think I've seen a
did it
Rebel
have
call
like
recently.
a peak? Like were you there for like
Yeah.
the ride up, but not the crash?
Yeah, I
Because
think
it seems like they've established their footing in the
I
marketplace.
think I was part of the crash.
Oh, so you were there for the downturn.
They were like, "You guys got to go."
Oh, so you didn't quit. They let you go.
They fired me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you think it was because you were taking Red Bull to your house and not going to Ren Fest?
Allegedly.
Oh, okay.
They can't prove it.
They,
right,
literally,
guys.
they literally can't prove it.
They literally can't prove it.
Very good.
It was
Well-
they believed in me and everything we said. So when they couldn't prove
Yeah,
it.
it seems like there's a lot of I don't know, areas of opportunity, if you
Oh,
will,
very much so.
for
I even-
negligence in this
I
role.
even like in like pre-pandemic had applied
Yeah.
to like see if I could like be like a supervisor back doing that.
Got you. All right. Well, I'm gonna say that.
XM, do you remember the Red Bull trucks?
Yeah, but she wasn't a Red Bull employee.
Nah, but
You remember the Red Bull people that brought Red Bull out to events? They would show up.
I guess.
Yeah. Final question about the Red Bull gig. The backpacks, they were cooler backpacks,
Very
right?
cool.
Did you have one?
but they were actually coolers.
Yeah, no, I know. I remember them.
I did. My best friend actually has the cooler.
Still.
Yeah, but the backpack coolers, they didn't really serve like a purpose outside of work because it was a
Gotcha.
cooler. You know what I mean? Like the whole inside was like a cylinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you still drink Red Bull today.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah. You're like a legacy guy.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You don't
In-
see a lot of people drinking Red Bulls these days, honestly.
So maybe there's going to
big
be a need for
Celsius
you
guys.
again. Maybe there'll be a need for you once more
Maybe.
to
Guys,
come back.
there's one for sale
The Red Bull car
in Mount Juliet,
The
Tennessee.
car?
or the cooler?
The car. the car. Now they've stripped all the Red
they
Bull
stripped
off of
it.
it,
Well,
but
nobody wants that.
it's a pickup
and
mini
it's, and
with
it's got the
with a cute
coolers.
little sunroof. Yeah, the
Oh,
cooler
we
is
gotta
still
come,
in
we
it.
gotta come together and get it.
Yeah.
Look at this, guys.
How much is it?
It is $7,500. 2008 with 141,000 miles.
Damn.
They drive like shit.
Oh, last question. How many of there were you on average, ballpark?
I think it was 8 of us at Morgan. Towson had 8. College Park had 8 or 9.
And
It was a college-based job, so
oh, sure.
So you had to be, and it was like one old dude at the time. He was like 35 when we were in college, and he just never let the job go. He was like
Yeah.
the original guy.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "No, we're gonna move this job to like college students."
Yep. And do you ever remember working with somebody called Jen Blanche?
Jen Blanche, maybe.
Maybe. There's not a lot of confirmation in that.
No.
All right, very good. I believe she did some Red Bull stuff for a little while. I could be wrong about
went
that.
to
One of
Towson?
our friends did Red Bull stuff. I think it was Jen Blanche. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, I just thought maybe you guys would have overlapped in the same area, that kind of thing. Okay. Episode 65, guys. Way to go. We're gonna wrap it up.
We did it.
Devil's River was great.
We had nothing to talk about, and we kept on talking.
Somehow we talked about
Figured it
nothing
out.
for at least an hour.
That's right.
What y'all gonna do for dinner?
I don't know. TBD. Whatever she wants, we'll figure it out. She's plotting. See how she's on her phone now?